Hey, happy solstice, guys, and happy new year. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Cancer, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person, and also astrology charts. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And also let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. Okay. Right. Whew. So you were coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, and you are also coming in with the High Priestess here in your reading. So you could already be in a relationship with your person here, Cancer. Okay, just want to put that out there. Now let me just have a look at this. Okay, you do have Jupiter at this point in time. You do have Jupiter in your chart, Jupiter and Mercury. Okay, well, it's going into the cusp of Taurus and Gemini at this time as well. So okay, so now you're coming in with Cancer, which is definitely your sign. Okay, guys, the High Priestess, and which is also associated to the moon here, guys. Okay, ruled by the moon, I should say. And the moon is going into your 6th house of higher learning here, or Mercury, and Mercury is already in your sign, and Jupiter. Okay, yeah. So let's have a look at this, eh? Well, what it talks about there, Cancer, is that now's the time to be sure about what you were wanting. Now's the time to create or plant those positive seeds, as I say on my channel, positive seeds of change here. And with the High Priestess card, what it talks about there in your reading is making sure, well, it has to be a daily thing here, guys, where you care and nurture for those positive seeds here. It has to do with self, of course. This could be exercise, this could be a diet here, guys. It could also talk about higher learning here. And if you were wanting to know more, just reach out and book an image reading or tarot reading with me. If you want to know the difference between the two, alright, just check the details in the description box below. Because coming in with the High Priestess, what it's talking about there in your reading, it may be coming in as, should I do this or should I do that here? But it also comes in with, but if I do this, what's going to happen? I want, there's that wanting to be sure about the choices that you're making. And when you get into that kind of frame of mind here, guys, you may not even take a chance here. All right. I get with the Wheel of Fortune, all right, coming in your chart, there is, in your reading, it's coming in as here. Let me just make sure I get that right for you. Yeah. It's like now's the time to make changes. If you were wanting to re-establish here, or reconnect with people, friends here that you didn't connect enough with in the past, because you may have been doing certain things with yourself, alright guys, and you didn't have time. You may already have been associated to a certain social group, and so you came away from past people here. Okay, there's a want to go back. There's a go back, but what I mean by go back, there's a want to re-establish now. See, it's coming in as seeing the value of yourself and knowing how to grow or develop. Here guys, it's coming in as relationships. That's what I'm getting. Okay, it's wanting to be in a place, it's what it's talking about, where you are absolutely, well, it's the happiness on the inside. Here it comes in as doing the things that you love to do. Now I want to invest in those things. Now I want to actually take a chance here and try, and it's like finding what makes you happy here, or wanting to know if you go to the movies here, is it going to make you happy? That's just the scenario here. Yeah, if I start a new exercise program, this could be a dance class or something along those lines, is that going to work out for me? That's all coming in with the Ten of Cups here. Yeah, you of course they can talk about a particular person, but then you put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, where, see, love is huge. Love is such a huge, it's a huge thing here guys. It's big, you can't contain it. And what I mean by that is you can't contain it just to one thing here. There are other things that you can do with yourself that can make you happy. Alright, that's what it's talking about here in your reading. Okay, so let's see what else the cards have for you. Alright. Well, it is a beautiful solstice morning this morning, I must say. Okay, so let's go. So it is a good time to plant those positive seeds here guys, yeah, of change. Alright, so let's see what other messages the cards have for you. See, this can be talking about how to nail your person here, Cancer. Alright, there is more than one way to do this. Well, the main way I would say here is yourself, getting yourself ready. Okay, oh wow, okay. Alright, so you were coming in with the Nine of Cups, you have the Four of Cups, and you're coming in with the Seven of Cups here in your reading. Let me just get that for you. 19, 26, 30. Okay. Obstacles and challenges here in your reading. It comes in as, well, how hard it is to be the one. Here, the one that your person chooses. I mean, you definitely, yeah. Yeah, the one that your person chooses here. Because the obstacles and challenge here in your reading is that your person may have choices. It is coming in as trying to re-establish or reconnect with your person here in your reading. And it could come in as the way in which you're doing it here, what you're putting your time and attention into here. It is coming in as what's being illuminated here in your reading. So, here, of course, you know, when you do decide to choose yourself, most times, if not all, you take a serious hard look at yourself here, guys. All right, and it's a good thing. Don't think that it's a negative thing here. It's quite positive when you take a good, serious, hard look at yourself and you know whereabouts in your life you need to plant some positive seeds, or you need to end out here that way of behaving, because this is coming in as some kind of behavior here, even though you're coming in with cups, because what it's talking about there, your emotions and your feelings could very well be dictating how you think and how you act here. Yeah, it is a want for reconciliation, but what I get here is what's being illuminated at this time for yourself is what you need to tackle. Yeah, what you need to remove here. These are the blockages, the barriers, the obstacles, the challenges that you are that you have recognized here, guys. And yeah, when you recognize it, and you know that it's there, it can be quite upsetting, and you could bum out about it because you never realized just how much of a problem it became. Yeah, especially coming in with the cards that you have at this point in time. And so one of the things that is standing out here, guys, is it is coming in as patterns and habits. And those patterns and habits may have come in as avoidance here, avoiding cutting back on sugar here. Knowing that the sugar is not good for you, the chocolate, the drinking, the drugs is not good for you here, but not taking any steps to, not wanting to here, guys, take the necessary steps to kind of wean yourself off those things. And now you know that it's a problem, especially, you know, if you're coming in with a drug habit here. And in the beginning it was only small doses here, all right, which may have been one a day, half a day here. And now you're coming in with 6 times a day. And this drug habit is, you know, they're big jugs. They're a big amount. And over time, while you've increased taking that habit, you've avoided weaning off that habit here, guys. But what it can also talk about there is that you've avoided and ignored other kind of opportunities because of the drug habit here, because of the alcohol, because of the chocolate here. The 9 of Cups. And that is only one way in which I can explain here, guys, patterns and habits and overindulging in a sense here. Yeah. See, that's what I'm kind of getting with the Wheel of Fortune here in your reading, is wanting to go back or re-establish here, guys, reconnect with opportunities that you had in the past that you didn't take. But these opportunities are coming in as, it's like reaffirming here. There was a word, reaffirming here. Yourself, re-establishing yourself here, reconnecting, yeah, with people, places and things. But this time you're serious about it. That's what it's saying, because you know it means a hell of a lot to you. That's what it's also talking about. And so coming in with the Seven of Cups. Now, of course, this can be both you and your person here in your reading. All right. Now, coming in with the Seven of Cups, what it can talk about there, yeah, what it talks about there is knowing the difference between love and non-love. It comes in as the cup of love that you already have, okay? What it's saying there in your reading is, I want to empty that cup and I want to refill that cup. But this time I want it to be of true and real love. The things, I want it to be about happiness. I want it to be about joy here, passion, desire, wisdom. I want it to be about myself, understanding and knowing myself. I want to fill that cup with passion and empathy. Here, humility. I want to be responsible. All of that's coming in when you're going to fill that cup of love here. Now that could be both you and your person. And taking out what doesn't serve you anymore here, guys. And now could very well be the right time to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's see what else. Boop. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So, it's pretty positive here, guys. You're coming in with the King of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups, the Empress, and you have the Eight of Wands coming in. What a lot of cups here, guys. Yeah, it is coming in as a conversation, a discussion here. Now let me just get that. So, the World card. Yeah, of course, it could be talking to each other. But what it also talks about here, guys, is it's a deep and meaningful conversation here. It's not a shallow conversation here, guys. This is about why you want to reconnect, why you want to reestablish. Here it also talks about why it never worked in the past, what you did that didn't work, what your person did, but it's about taking ownership of that and knowing why it didn't work here in your reading. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about just saying to each other, I love you and I want to come back to you. No, this is talking about what you were thinking, why you thought that way, where did those thoughts come from? Here, you know, you want to be coming in with, here in your reading, you know, this is how it was when I grew up. This is how I was shown what love was. And I thought that that was the best way in which I can love you. But what I'm understanding now is that that's not how I want to love you. That's not how I want to show that I love you here, because it didn't work in the past. This is what I want to do in order to show you that I love you. That's how it's coming in here. Okay? And you could say, well, I really need to focus on me. I really need to fix myself up in a sense here, guys. And I want to focus on my drug habit. That needs work. And I know how that's affected our relationship here. Because not only did it affect our relationship, it actually affected everything else that was in my environment, everything else that I went towards and fully invested in here. I mean, those are the kind of conversations here that is going to actually shift care, guys. your guys' dynamic, your guys' relationship. I'm not saying your person is going to come in the same way here. But to trust and in yourself here, because that's what it's talking about here, to trust in yourself that you can open up to your partner, open up to your person, and really talk about here what I want to say your lessons, but it's about where things went wrong for you. It doesn't even have to stick with your guys' relationship here. This could be other relationships. This could be friendships. This could be family. This could also talk about the way in which you were raised here, where you may have said, you know, the only reason why I would drink the way I did and with the people that I drank with was because I felt accepted here. I didn't feel accepted in any other circle. But I realise now that that was my insecurity. You know, you're coming in with a conversation like that here, guys, Cancer. All right. Okay. Right, let's go. So that you can maintain harmony in your guys' relationship here, where those lines of communication are trusted lines of communication here, and they are open, but no expectation, without fear of judgment here, guys. And you need to say that to your person, because you do have a conversation coming in. All right, let's see what advice. Let's see what the advice card is. Yeah, that's why I was talking the way that I was here, guys, because you are coming in with the 5 of Cups here in your reading. Yeah. See, it can talk about here in your reading, sitting down, seriously talking with your partner, okay, or your person here. And see, it's not about you guys doing it together to reestablish, to reaffirm relationships here. This is actually about both you and your person actually taking the step on your own here, but coming back towards each other and talking about it here. Do you understand? And so that you both have each other's back to actually go out and do it by yourself. That's kind of how your reading is coming in with the 5 of Cups. It talks about here in your reading choosing drugs, choosing chocolate, alcohol, friends, family over each other. And so when you're coming in with those kinds of emotions here, all right, guys, and thoughts, you have to actually talk about that. If you got to talk about that, if you want to talk with your person, don't keep it shallow. Don't lie to yourself here. All right. Okay, guys. It's coming in that way. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. Thank you for your reading. Yeah, good reading, guys. And I'll catch you later. Bye.